Hello, we're Bonnie and Greg Dixon here from Storyvan TV, and here we're talking to Ellen Crane about Women Elevated.
I met Ellen a couple months ago, and we just hit it right off. And she shared with me some of this project she's doing, which I'll tell you about in a minute. But I just wanted to say, Ellen is a very accomplished woman. She is. I just want to congratulate you, Ellen, on being accepted for the Accreditation in Public Relations, PRSA, for the College of Fellows class of 2021. That was one of your aspirations, and you hit your goal on that one. You did it. So we honor that you accomplished that.
Thank you, Bonnie.
And yeah, congratulations. And I was snooping around. I like to do that when I meet people. What do? Ellen, has a black belt in martial arts. So we will be very careful when we meet in person.
Don't worry. Never had to use it.
That's a good thing to know. And it also shows someone's dedication to doing something, because I know that takes a while to learn a skill like that. And she's also a 4D certified transformational coach. And that's what's going to play into what we're going to talk about is Ellen's passion. She has a passion for women, and she has created women-elevated.com, and she's offering comprehensive programs to help women achieve specific goals. Sometimes we have goals that are just out there, but specific goals to become more effective leaders, to dramatic personal growth, not just the growth, dramatic personal growth. And I read the many of the reviews, and she gets great reviews. So I liken what Ellen does of the Olympics. Right now, the Olympics are going on, and those Olympians do not go out there and do it by themselves. They have a coach. And believe me, every one of them knows. Most sports people have a coach, right? And they discuss it and they talk about it. And from there, they get better and better. So Ellen, would you share with us a bit about your Women Elevated program that you offer and what you love about what you do?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Bonnie and Greg, for allowing me to be on your program. Let me start by giving you kind of the 1-minute story about how Women Elevated started. Like you said, I have my black belt, so I like to think of myself as a warrior. And but as a single mom with 3 kids, 3 daughters, I lived my life more like a hamster. I was on that hamster wheel trying to be the best at everything, best in my career, best mom, and it was exhausting. So a few years ago, after running my own PR firm for about 15 years, I was offered a full-time job with the National Cancer Company, and it was nirvana. I got to get a regular paycheck and benefits and regular 9-to-5 job, and I just loved the mission of the company. And it was amazing. It was just the best job. And ironically, about a year into that job, I got breast cancer. And that kind of sucked, but it was an opportunity for me to be a secret shopper. So I took that experience and just used it as an opportunity to learn about the company from the patient's point of view. Luckily, they caught it early. I'm fine. It was, I had a really easy time through treatment. The worst part was losing my hair, but it obviously grew back, so it was fine.
Gorgeous hair.
So I got through treatment, and then about a year after that, I got laid off. And here I was, 60 years old, 3 daughters in college, a single mom, and no job. So to tell you that was worse than getting cancer, it was the pits. And I was in a very, very deep place, dark place. And luckily, I had a very close friend who's a coach. And he said to me, "You need to become a coach." And I rolled my eyes and said, "I don't think so. I just know PR. I don't know how to be a coach." But it was during COVID. And I had no job and I had a few clients, but I thought, what the heck? All right, I'll learn something new. So as I started the class and I started learning the frameworks that they teach for coaching, I had this aha moment. And I just thought to myself, wow, if I had only had these tools and this knowledge when I was younger, I think maybe I wouldn't have been as good at being on the hamster wheel. And so I can't go back and redo my life, but I can pay it forward. So that's what inspired me to start Women Elevated. And what it is, it's a 12-week group coaching program. We keep the classes at 10 or under. And it's group coaching. There's 2 of us that coach, and we learn frameworks every week. And it's not like an answer. It's like you were saying, it's like we train for the Olympics. And if you know anything about the way Olympic athletes train, it's every single day for years and years and years. And so that's part of what we teach women, that this is a lifelong journey. But if you have some tools and you have a tribe to support you and coaches to encourage you and hold you accountable, then you can be transformative in your life and you can reach your goals and be happy and have balance. And so that's my story.
I love it. I love it. So you have 3 daughters. That alone is quite an accomplishment.
Yes.
You've had a business, you've worked in a job you love, and now you have a passion. And I call us gals 3/4 time because we've been around the block a bit. We have a lot of wise woman knowledge to
Are
share.
you calling me old? No.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Just
I'm probably
experience.
maybe a few years on you, girl.
I doubt it. We do become wiser, I think. Yes.
We
It
do.
helps
We
with
do.
experience.
And we've lived life and we've lived those, great times, and we've lived those some like, wow, what just hit me times. And for many people in this last year and a half or so, a little longer now, women may have been hit hard. In fact, they said a majority of women have been hit hard. And so maybe we can talk about that in Women Elevated. What if a woman has had a job, maybe a lower paying job, and she has now been thinking, why not more? So what are some things that you might share, some wise words that you might share with a woman?
So one of the things that we work on at Women Elevated is we try to help women be very clear about their goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think all of us, particularly women, I don't want to stereotype, but we try to be super women, right? And I try to tell the women in my classes, right, there's no trophy or cape for being a superwoman, that it really starts with looking inside and figuring out, what do you want? Like, what would make you happy in life? What are your superpowers? What are your skills?
Mm-hmm.
What do you really want to do with your life? Instead of trying to achieve goals that society or your family or other people set, it's really important to just stop and spend the time to be introspective. So that's really the way we start. We teach a lot about, we follow Simon Sinek's model for creating your why. We think it's very important to know what your why is, to look at your values. We do exercises where we help people try to figure out, like, what are your top 3 values? And that becomes a filter through which you decide how to spend your time, what career to choose.
Mm-hmm.
And then, there's skills like how to get along with people, how to build a support network so you're not doing it alone, like you said earlier. It's really important to be willing to ask for help. We all need help. We all need support.
Mm-hmm. Would you say you have an ideal client? I suppose one of the first things is being willing.
You know what? Bingo. Yes, because there is we've had women from all walks of life, working moms, professionals, C-suite people just starting out, professionals, nonprofit. From 30 to 50, I think. But yes, the key is you have to be willing to do the work. It's hard work. And you can't come into our program thinking that we're going to give you a nice little box with a bow on it that says, here's your answer to life. I wish it worked that way. It doesn't. So the women who come in open-minded, willing to do the work, willing to search and be aware and learn are the ones that get the most out of it.
Mhm. Could you give us an example without naming names, or if you want to name names, of someone that's gone through your program and where they were and what the transformation might look like?
Oh boy, there's so many. Let me give you one. So one woman who just went through our very last class has her MBA, but was a stay-at-home mom for the past probably 2 decades, right? And felt really stuck, really insecure. And actually, it's a funny story. She went to her family and said, I am resigning as your mom, not really their mom, but I'm resigning as the caregiver of the house. And I'm going to pursue my own thing. And she's actually studying to be a coach. And I'm hoping actually she'll be part of Women Elevated eventually. But her life really turned upside down because she stopped for the first time in her life to think about what she wants, not just caring for other people around her.
Mm-hmm. I bet that might have been a shock to the family, but I bet they're very, very happy, because that old saying, if mama ain't happy, nobody's happy.
And obviously her kids are grown and in college, and her husband's been amazingly supportive. Yes, it's been great for her. So that's just one example. But there are many of women that, again, they just become aware of the importance of taking care of themselves. And it's everything from self-care to just having goals. And we do ask the women to write goals down, and we teach them how to make them measurable and make them match their why and their values. And we go through these exercises through the 12 weeks so that they have the tools to go implement their dream and to live a more balanced life. We do vision boards, we really push them to think about what they want. Because again, it's the hamster wheel. We're all on it. We're going to go to college and get a job, and then get the next job, and then have kids. And then, before you know it, you're 60, And so my passion is to find as many young women as I can and say, stop, take a breath. I mean, even I still do marketing and PR, and I work with a lot of young women, and I catch them, they'll apologize. Like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't do this. And I'm like, stop. You have nothing to apologize for. You're amazing. You're doing a great job. Take a deep breath. We'll get through this. We're a team. It's like women beat themselves up a lot. And so it's having the confidence to take care of yourself. And I'm finding like opportunities to help women in non-traditional ways, like I said, through my other jobs as well as Women Elevated.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you have like an alumni of people that are all connected?
Yes. I mean, we're going to formalize that a little bit more. We're still a very young company, but absolutely our long-term goal is to have master classes, maybe try to meet once a week, have reunions. I have a newsletter that goes out once a week that tries to keep people connected and inspired. I share other materials from great thinkers like Brene Brown and Whitney Johnson and James Clear. And I repurpose a lot of stuff that other women probably just don't have time to read or find, or so. That's one way we stay connected. We have Facebook pages, and we stay connected on social media as well.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's the younger crowd. That's where they're at. That's where they're hanging.
Yeah, well, not all of them are young. Like I said, we had women in their 50s go through this, but they're all over the country. So that's the easiest way for us to stay in touch. We've had women from all 4 corners of the United States participate.
How about Canadians? Do you accept Canadians?
Of course.
At
Canadians.
par. You take it, Canadians at par.
We're just kidding.
We will accept anybody around the world. Yes. One of my coaches does a lot in Latin America. So some of her women participate from Mexico, right? So all over the world, no limits.
Oh, that's fabulous. That's fabulous. So tell us a little bit more of how people can contact you, Ellen.
Well, the easiest way is through the website, which I have on my screen, and you you've put up, just go to the website. There's a contact us page. There's also a way to register for the program. You could sign up for the newsletter. That is the easiest, seamless way to contact me, right? Just fill that out. We'll put you on the newsletter list, and you can put questions, and we'll give you more information.
I know I'll be signing up for that newsletter because I'm sure there's some really juicy stuff in there.
I try, yeah. Like I said, I repurpose a lot of great thinkers, so I don't have to recreate the wheel. There's a lot of good material out there, as you know.
There is. There's some fantastic. Well, we honor that you're guiding women, you're helping women, you've been through the journey yourself, and many, many years to go, being what I call a wise woman, sharing the knowledge and inspiring others to do what they may have dreamed, but they weren't quite sure or how to get there. You're giving them a nice pathway for them to find, and that when we have those guideposts along the way,
Right.
we have that coaching, it makes it so much easier than like a bumper car, and bam, bam, bam,
Right.
It
Nobody
hurts
has
a
to
lot
go it
more.
alone. Right.
Yeah, don't go it alone.
That's right.
Well, we thank you so much today for being on Storyvan TV. And I know that our friends at the Healthy Wealthy Camper are going to love you, and our Tell Your Story Productions. And we just, again, thank you for being on Storyvan TV
Well,
today.
thank you for having me. Great to see you, Bonnie and Greg, and good luck with your venture.
Okay.
Thank
Hope to
you
see
so
you
much.
soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.